Hi everyone, welcome to my second video. Following on from my first video, if you haven't seen it already, please do go and check it out. I'm going to show you how I upscale or flip furniture, but in a really cost-effective way. So I'm not using expensive undercoats. I'm doing everything that I can from home. I'm not buying ready varnish knobs. I'm going to varnish them all myself. So I'm going to try and teach people out there what I've learnt so far. How to do it cost effectively and quickly, most importantly. I've done 2 cabinets so far and I've already learned so much from those 2 cabinets. At first I was sanding everything. So for example, this one, on my first cabinet I would sand always paint off, but now I'm only going to do a very, very quick sand and paint straight on it, because if I sand that entire cabinet and all the drawers, I'll just be wasting so much valuable time. So I'm just going to sand it so that it's smooth and then paint straight on it. So yeah, let's see how this goes. One other thing is that I'm going to try and take this off somehow. I think brute force will have to do, because I don't know how else I'm going to take it off. I was thinking like I don't know, wedge it, something under it to get it off, but I think I'm just going to smash it off and sand where it was attached, and hopefully that'll be fine. All the drawers are really good. They all run really nicely. I'm obviously going to take these awful dangly knobs off, because those are not my style at all. I want a cabinet, I want this to be really neutral, so I want it to be like a country cream colour and wooden pine knobs on, really clean and smart looking, because that is awful. But it only cost me £10, and looking at it and looking at what other people are selling similar cabinets for, I think I'm going to price it at about £60. So that's a £50 profit, and hopefully I'll do it really quickly. That's the point anyway. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, so it's just occurred to me that I can't just go whacking that back piece off now, because I will probably disturb all the neighbours with that noise. Something's telling me it's not going to come off in one piece, so I'll leave that till tomorrow. But I can't just go and relax right now, not when I know there's money to be made here. So I'm going to crack on with what I can do. I'm going to take all the drawers out, I'm going to try and get all those awful knobs off, and definitely be chucking them away. And I'm going to sand and paint what I can, but the point of this is I don't want it to take a long time. I want it to be a really quick turnover. If I just have furniture sitting here waiting to be done, that just defeats the entire object of this. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with what I can, and I'm going to leave the entire top until tomorrow. So all of this I'm going to do tomorrow daytime, when I'm allowed to make as much noise as I want. So yeah, let's start doing what I can do.
We met, your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met, your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like...
Right, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So it's just a case of getting these annoying little back screws off. There's one, and the second one. They're just a bit fiddly. There's the front. Horrible. I think prep is probably the most important bit, making sure it's ready before you actually start. If you start a job and it's not ready to be painted, then you'll just make it look even worse than before you started, although I don't think it'd be the case with this. So, one drawer, done and ready to paint.
Forget the day we met, your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met.
Okay, so now it's finally time to paint. This is definitely the easiest part now and the fastest part. It's just important to get all the prep done so that it's going to look good once the paint is actually on it. How I start with any piece of furniture, whether it's got a high varnish on it, whether it's just got like a matte paint already on it, whatever the surface is, I tend to find that chalk paint, which is what I've got here, it tends to, in my experience, go on anything. So instead of going out and buying an expensive undercoat like Zinza, chalk paint is relatively cheap, and it's what I use as my undercoat before I put my final layer of paint on. So this is what I'm going to cover the entire cabinet in, and all the drawers. Let's get started.
Forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. My summer love. Been waiting for you, my love.
Okay, so the cabinet has had 2 coats of undercoat chalk paint. It's then had 3 coats of Farrow and Ball, and now it's the final stage, which is putting on the finishing touches of the knobs. So yes, let's finally get this done.